What about you, Jonathan? I know that um, often after your paintings, you choose to make, in essence, an animated version of the painting. You might describe those, what you're thinking about, what comes first. If you kind of absorb the lesson maybe of the painting, or after you complete it, you think of it differently, as you do your animation.
I think it has to do with process in my case. I think being a multi-media or multidisciplinary artist, it's almost like through the creative process, I kind of have these avenues or, like exits that I can take to get on the next road. And from the leap from painting to animation, I think is something that happens sometimes if the result from the painting is not exactly kind of the stopping point for me. And once it goes into movement, I think the way that my brain works is when I see something move, like I want to hear something that kind of accents that. And not necessarily to try to play by the rule book or anything like that, but just more so for me, it just is more entertaining to me personally as the artist. Like it's more fulfilling to see that work. And the process is interesting because I've always been, I think, into experimentation with the process, like experimentation, uh, not only in the movement, but with the audio that accompanies it. Say, I guess a good example is um, this short film, this experimental film that I was working on this year. Something emerges from the water in the film, and rather than have like this smooth kind of watery sound, I just sort of inserted this loud kind of bassy noise to just see how it made me feel. And I really liked it. So I kind of went in that direction for the rest of the film. Um, and to me, that is, that reaction to the combination of the animation and sound is more important than kind of like the accuracy of like what you're seeing versus what you're hearing. I just like to mix the two. The unexpected, it almost becomes like an abstract painting process for me, which is, I think, one of the beauties, of the process itself. So, and I also really enjoy just sitting down and trying to figure out what the proper sound effect or sound or Foley or any voice that might work for that is, and just kind of go through and try things and like put them into the animation and then take them out if it doesn't work, and until, I get the right thing. So once that's all put together, then I think, I've really kind of taken it down the, I guess, the fourth dimension, so to speak. Um, this film that I made this year, which is it's very abstract, somewhat of a nonlinear story done in all 3D animation, actually started as a large oil painting. And I think I got to the point where everything was blocked in, and it just wasn't, I just knew at that point I had spent hours on this thing, and I just knew that I was going in the wrong direction. So, and I fired up the old computer and started dipping into the old digital palette instead, change directions. But I was, the entire time I was using the oil painting as kind of like the leaping point. So yeah, I think it's just more about process for me. Not to um, direct it back to Kathy, but when I first started to listen to Kathy's work, and look at her work, I just remember thinking, man, I could even probably just shut the video off and just listen to this composition and have, a really nice experiencing just listening to this stuff. But, I think for me, that is just as important. And not every animation that I've made has audio. Some of that might have to do with deadline. But I think when I can sit down and just do some audio design or scoring or soundscape are words I like to use, then it can be really fulfilling.